Okay, so we're still graphing polynomials. We got one more here. And let's take a look first at what we already know about this. Positive, so I know the right-hand side goes up. I've got my graph a little farther down, leave myself some room to work here. And it's an odd degree, so I know the other end goes the other direction, which would be down. Put the down arrow there. I also know my y-intercept is 6. So 6, I'll mark it there on the y-axis. I know I'm going to have as many as 3 x-intercepts and as many as 2 turning points. And that's about it from this form. What I need now is the factored form. And before I set up my synthetic division here, I'm going to look at these numbers and say that I know that 3 is a factor of this. So I'm going to factor the 3 up front. And that's going to give me 3x cubed minus 2x squared minus 3x plus 2. Okay, give me a little smaller numbers to work with. And then I'm going to set up my synthetic division. So I can just leave that 3 right there. Set my synthetic division up to go. Now I have to pick what numbers am I going to try in here to try and get a 0 there. And there's a fairly easy trick to this, and that is that if these numbers add up to 0, which they do, the positive and negative 3's cancel and the negative positive 2's cancel. If these numbers add up to 0, then 1 will work. So I put a 1 in, I get 3, 3, 1, 1, negative 2, 0. And yeah, by the time you get to this section, you should be able to do your synthetic division that quickly, at least with small numbers. So here we go. I got my 0. Now, I don't have any wisdom about how to look at another number here, so I'm going to cheat. I already did. I already put this in the calculator. And in the calculator, you can see there, we got, let's get that shadow on there. Looks like it has an x-intercept at -1 also. So I'm going to pop a -1 in there, see if that'll give me my 0. 3, -1, -2, +2, 0. Okay, so my factored form is x minus 1 from here, right? Change the sign. X plus 1 from here. And then down here we don't change the sign. We get 3x minus 2. Cool. So there's my 3 x-intercepts. Multiplicity of 1, so again, straight through at each. So I've got +1. I'm going to need a bigger scale here again. So there's 1. There's -1 there. And if I set this factor equal to 0, and I didn't really get explicit about that, but the way we find our zeros really is to say, what makes that equal to 0? Add 1 to both sides, we get x equals 1. There you go. Here you'd subtract 1 from both sides. There you go. Here you'd add 2 to both sides and divide by 3. So you get x equals +2/3. So there's my other 0. And can we fill in the details here? Coming up from -infinity, crosses straight through, hit the y-intercept, cross through, and then up to infinity. I got my right x-intercepts, straight through at each of them. Got my y-intercept. Looks like a roller coaster with no sharp corners or gaps, and the ends go the correct direction. And that's all there is to solving or to graphing polynomials.